to the Gamegasm podcast. We put the O in radio. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. My name's Jeremy.
Fast like Ramadan, it's O'Brien.
Watsky.
Nice. I'm Andrew.
Nice. I'm Andrew.
Bear in mind, after you showing me that guy, listen to all his music, about 90% of it is absolute
Garbage.
Yeah.
horrid.
He's really, really poppy on a lot of his stuff.
It's like easy listening, kind of. Like I went back and listened to a lot of it too.
Easy listening, like fucking elevator music.
Well, yeah.
It's just fucking, I mean, not even just poppy, it's
It's like acoustic, like
it's
college.
really terrible. Like, it's
Yeah,
hard.
it's college, like you'd hear in a frat house type indie hip hop.
It's hard to really quantify how bad a lot of
Some
that
of
other
the
stuff is.
Like the song Sloppy Seconds, I was like, oh, it's going to be hilarious. It's called Sloppy Seconds, and it's like a love song, and it's just awful.
It's horrid.
But he's got like 5 to 10.
See,
five
10's too high to me.
great songs, and 5 I can tolerate.
I don't know that I have that many.
Yeah.
Out of the 2 albums and his couple singles.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I can tolerate. Strong as an Oak, I can tolerate. And those are real poppy.
I don't really tell. I just don't.
Strong as an Oak was a little like
shit.
like it had some good parts in it, but like it was.
Yeah.
Whoa. Moral of the story. Ugly Faces is
Ugly
okay.
Faces, that's really good.
Sounding's really good.
I like Ugly Faces, moral of the story.
The whole, that weird stuff he's
Yeah.
doing is like, I don't really care.
Yeah. Anyway. How's that mailbag? We kind of emptied it a little bit last time.
We did. Sadly, there is still a very, we're still going to have to at least looked at by a doctor. It's full, like a grapefruit.
On a side note, I do enjoy the mailbag, like the whole episode mailbag things, because it's fun.
Yeah,
we had a lot of diversity in questions, except for people who ask the same fucking question all the time.
Also, it makes it way easier on us.
Yeah,
Which, not a question, but we'll address on Twitter. Skull King, we've all heard of him.
Who?
Yeah. Mentioned again, and I tweeted him back, and it was not a harsh tweet. We were actually having that little LAN party, and he had tweeted us, our esport people athletes.
No.
And
no.
My tweet back was very simplistic.
Did you listen to our episode?
Yeah, no, and then the Webster's definition of an athlete.
Which I Googled for you.
Yeah, so I was like, I want the exact definition. And the point is, we kind of treaded that a little bit, and we just want to make sure that we're clear.
Esports is its own thing. It's not a sport. The players are not athletes.
We love it.
But it still takes talent. It still has much skill involved that we don't have.
Yes.
We're not saying that we could be esports players. We're just saying it's not a sport and they're not athletes. It's that simple.
Boom, drop mic, walk away.
That's right.
We'll see you guys next week. No.
If I could drop this mic right now, I would.
It's gonna
make for terrible radio. But
I taped it there for fun.
So, okay, so on to the actual questions. First up, we got Danny.
Danny?
Danny Boy. That's all he really got us.
Danny McBride.
I don't know. His last name was not Irish, so I'm not going to give him that credit. Video games is an art form. He mentioned how Robert Ebert, who actually mentioned once that comparing them to movies, that they're not like movies. They're never going to be considered a quote-unquote true art form. How do we feel about video games as actual art?
I think it can easily be art.
I agree in a way that with how the quote you're talking about, that it won't ever be considered a true art form, because you're not going to see. I don't think they'll become a
by
day
critics.
Yes, by critics. I'm saying,
and the masses. That's what
just
the real
generally. You're not going to go,
point.
hey, look at this art. It's a video game of some sort. It's the old super original Super Mario Brothers. It's art. But I agree, it is art. Especially anymore.
Hentai dating sims.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Tentacle porn is amazing. You allow me to control it.
Like,
Holy shit.
It's like, Goya. I think the one thing... He's a Spanish man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, the Otha Hirata and stuff. Okay, fuck it. We're getting highbrow. We talk about a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get highbrow, and it's nothing. So I'm just talking about...
I'll slap you in the eyebrow with my dick.
H.R. Geiger did a lot of penis stuff.
Okay, good.
He did. He did,
So did Dirt Nasty.
Yeah, he did. H.R. Geiger's the guy who kind of did, like, the Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... wow. The thing I will say about art form is that typically, even if it's a movie, it's the director or a writer. In art, obviously, one person is painting. Music, one person is either doing the lyrics or one person is doing the music. In general, it is a very small cast of characters, if not singular. In video games, with a cavalcade of people doing it, I think that's one of the small things you don't think about that detracts it as being an art form.
But the problem with that theory is the fact that Pixar movies... or any animated movie at all, they have casts of people all working.
They do have a lot of animators, but usually the story is directed by a couple writers.
Well,
I'm saying
and
in
in
general,
video games, stories are directed by a couple writers too.
Typically.
Usually like a team of 5 writers, something like that gets together and creates the actual story. The
but
video game itself is created by more people.
Pixar, you're going to run out of what I would consider. You could use the argument maybe movies aren't real art compared to books or paintings, things of that nature. It's a singular thing. I wasn't saying I agree with it or not agree with it. I'm just saying that's one thing that holds
that's a good caveat, but there are aspects within the video game that are artistically done. I mean,
any cutscene, if you can tell me that Pixar movies or DreamWorks movies or Disney movies can score 98s on Rotten Tomatoes and 9s on fucking, IMDb and shit like that, and you call that an art, how can you not call cutscenes or the actual intros to games artwork?
I personally do consider video games art. I was using that as
no.
I personally do. The only thing is it all depends on what your definition of art is, and that's the problem. That art is a very ambiguous term. Because people might consider your shit art form.
Exactly.
I do.
Which Dada, or that scat art, where Dada's trash, but there's one where a guy builds everything out of poop, and that's his art form.
Yeah.
Like he did the Virgin Mary, and it was a big deal out of poop. I can't think of the guy's name, but it's not really that matter.
Sounds like it would be some shitty artwork.
I see what you did there. That's
so. I think we're all in agreement that we all kind of think it is an art form.
It definitely takes as much talent to make those kind of games.
It's at least on par with movies.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to really compare it to Hieronymus Bosch or a great book? No. There's a different
level of writing.
Yeah, there's just a different component of how they're created.
And I think writers have a more difficult time in that respect than, because you're trying to create images, with words as opposed to creating images with images, I mean...
just create images, yes. And, a lot of times in video games you do have a lot of other code and things that you're taking a game engine or something like that from somebody else. You're not completely solely writing that is one thing. You're not creating everything from nothing.
Yeah.
Because you really aren't.
That's completely fair.
Yep.
So I think we're good with that. We're going to next go on to Matt. This is another one of those few we've gotten completely non-video game related, and I love it.
Okay.
I would have been good for Devil's Advocate. Your mom and your wife switch place.
Easy.
You have to have sex with your mom to save them both.
Well, that's not how that question goes. The question goes: your mom and your girlfriend or wife switch places. You have to have sex with one of them to get it back. Your mom is still your mom, but in your girlfriend's body. Your girlfriend is still your girlfriend, but in your mom's body. And you have to have sex with one of them. Which one's your mom? Am I having sex with my mom's personality or my mom's body? Well, because that's what the flaw in that question is. I transcribed it
completely incorrectly, which I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to check. Why we do this here on the air and just be professionals can all be.
Why not?
Yeah, well, fuck it. Why not? Oh, fuck, I deleted it.
Okay.
So fuck that idea. I was pretty sure he just said you had to have sex with your mom.
Well, which one's mom? My mom's personality or
mom's
my mom's body? I would totally have sex with my girlfriend's body, but my mom's personality.
Yes. I think that's the easy. I mean, that's kind of easy.
It is.
You don't want to have sex with your mom.
Well, I don't want to have sex with my mom's body because I want, one, I don't think I get a boner. Two.
Oh, you're saying you'd rather have sex with your girlfriend's body and your mom's mind?
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Because my mom is mature enough to understand that I have to do this, Mom.
Yeah, she's mature.
I have to do this, and I don't want to see your old beat-up cooch.
And hopefully, knowing that the whole situation is what it is, that she wouldn't, moan or anything weird. She just tries to stay as quiet as possible.
Would that then classify as you having had sex with your mother?
Well, see, I don't know. Is it a physical thing or a mental thing?
See, to me, actually, I'm going to be alone on this one. I actually would probably take the other route.
Well, see, but I didn't think you would, because you're the guy that's usually controlled by the physical.
What?
Yeah. If we ever talk about
in the ass and I want to blow a guy?
No, if we ever talk about would you rather have sex with a dude who looks like a hot chick or a chick who looks like a burly dude, you would always pick the chick because of the physical vagina. Not because of what it looks like and what it feels like mentally.
Different things. It's because the actual completely different things. This is because it's an actual technically it's a female. It is by definition. So mentally speaking, that is not your mother. That is your wife. So on
the physical body?
No, it's the mental aspect. I'm having sex with my mom. I can look in those eyes, but it's like if me and you, if we was vice versa and you were Judge Reinhold and I was Fred Savage for the 8 people who saw that movie and we switched bodies.
Yeah.
Hate to tell you, just because I'm looking at Fred Savage, it's Judge Reinhold in there. And I know this.
Ugh.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying my mom's body's all that attractive.
And your mom is a wonderful person. I don't have sex with her.
No, I don't either. I'm just saying.
Neither of you.
No. At least it's my wife, though. It is my wife.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's my wife.
It is.
And he never said like any stipulations like we couldn't use outside mediums.
But now,
to,
every time you have sex with your wife in the future, you're going to be thinking about banging your mom.
Probably not.
But also, too, I'm not going to be able to get a boner.
That's the problem. Honestly, that's the problem.
You know, your mom's going to moan, right?
You
know that's
no. See, that's. I think that's what's kind of my point that I was making.
She's going to grunt. I'm sorry. If you're doing work.
If she grunts, that's just weird.
But
I can't help that, buddy.
But I can put in the earplugs. I mean, I can do that. I can fucking like plug my ears.
I don't think that's in the rules. I think it's normal, regular sex. There is no stipulation like, hey, Mom, you can't moan. It's like you have to do it.
And you know you're just grinding it out and just, you know it's your mom. You're having sex with your mother.
No, I don't think I can do it. I'm having sex with my mom. If I have to look at my mom and go,
yeah, you are.
I'm having to look at my mom and go, Mom, I got to do it. I can't get a boner with your, jumbly, messed up.
So now not only
titties.
are you having sex with your mother, you're hurting her feelings as well.
Them jumbly titties, though.
So? Jumbly titties, though. I think your wife might be mad that you would rather have sex with your mom's body.
No, my wife would probably understand that I'm not cheating on her with my mom.
Oh, you're not cheating in this fucking scenario. It's not like you want it. You're like, I'm going to fuck my mom.
No, it's disgusting. It's terrible. My thing is like, it's that my mom always had this memory of me slamming on her. Doesn't matter what body she's in.
Yeah, but if you fuck your mom's body, you're always going to have that memory.
I would rather spare her that than me. I can deal with it probably, because at the end of the day, it's...
You probably like it, you sick fuck.
I'm sorry, I don't want to have sex with my mom.
Just my mom's body.
It's like if you're having sex with your mom through a glory hole, it's like she's still back there. Just because you don't see her body doesn't mean it's not your mom.
Oh, that's too good.
I hate to tell you, it's still your mom.
Okay. Next question.
Matt, that was awesome. We need more non-video game questions for this.
Don't say that. No, the fucking mailbag is going to get flooded with non-video game related. We're going to be asked fucked up questions.
I won't pick them all. That one was pretty good.
By the way, I've got a lot more of actual, mind-bending fucked up questions if we want to go that route.
Oh. I'm really fucked up. See, the way I read the question from me, I thought, would you have sex with them to save them? I'm like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, I'd totally do anything to save.
Yeah. If it was only an option to have sex with one or the other, I'd do both. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Whatever. Because we got Marcus from North Carolina. Actually gave us location. Good job, Marcus.
North Carolina.
Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a character.
Yeah. That's the Pokemon guy, I think.
I don't fucking know. I just know it's what he is. Ash_Ketchum.
Yeah.
Maybe Eaton Marcus.
It sounds familiar,
like
Eaton.
What?
Eaton Marcus 89 or something.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Maybe that is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Ash Ketchum was like, that's just a Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. I'm surprised you knew the Pokemon guy.
I'm on the internet all day. It has something to do with Pokemon.
I think he actually is the main guy. Like the
Well, there you go.
The Pokeballer.
The Pokeballa.
He had a question that's actually kind of like we've had this question a few times on our comments from videos, and he asked us if we ever thought about doing just a straight up Gamegasm YouTube channel.
We do. We want to get the website down first. After this, no longer will Gamegasm be posted on my channel.
Yeah,
period.
after we get the website, of course. It'll be strictly a podcast like what it's supposed to be.
And that went kind of on the back burner for a little bit while we tried to figure a few things out with the website, and it's now back. I just had a conversation with the guy yesterday.
Nice.
Having another conversation with him tomorrow, and we're going to move forward with design options and everything. So
awesome.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Apparently the back end's already built. We've already got the domain and everything's already set. I'm not going to release the information yet.
I'm going to release it. I'm going to find it, release it now.
We'll find it anyway. But the back end's already created. We've already got our feed so we can put on iTunes. We just have to actually create the site.
It's like that's one thing there's been a lot of you need videos, you need this, or you need that.
It's not a motherfucking video.
And the problem is it is in no way, shape, or form a YouTube video.
Right.
It happens to be on YouTube.
Because it's our only medium at this point.
And we explain that literally in the first several episodes. Yeah. All of them.
And the thing is, once we get it on on iTunes, we still probably would have a YouTube channel. Just so if you want to watch from that angle, I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's not that we don't want to do it. It's the medium we want to go to.
And I would not be against having a camera facing us all at the same time and making an actual video out of it, or having some sort of highlight reel out of 10 episodes or something like that. Yeah. We could totally do that. We've got enough cameras
with the channel. But
yeah, the YouTube channel.
The most important thing is really more the podcast aspect, because that's what it is. It is the Gamecast or Gamegasm podcast.
Yeah, we're not even officially a podcast.
This is a podgasm. Not a you-gasm, which doesn't really work as much.
Yeah, it does.
I guess it could be a you-gasm.
Yeah.
Gasm cast.
Yeah, the Gasm cast.
I like that
Whatever.
one.
I don't even care what we call it. Let's just do it.
As long as it's got gasm in it, I don't know.
I'm sure you are. You're like, yeah, on to the male-gasm.
Past
That's time
gasm.
for the game-gasm. The
I would probably do the
lightning-gasm.
male-gasm if we already didn't call it the male
On
sack.
to the topic-gasm.
That's the hot load. We already know that.
The hot load.
See?
Oh, yeah.
So that is out.
Is that it?
That's it.
Was that a Johnny Carson thing or something?
No, that's from Chevy Chase when he does the news on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
That's some old school shit.
I'm Chevy Chase and you're not.
Yeah.
Everyone.
So,
Main topic.
we're going to talk about some stuff today.
Topic gasm?
We grew up in the 80s and 90s, and when we were gamers, it was like nerdy. It was like a...
I mean, gaming in general is nerdy.
Yeah. No.
It can be.
Can be.
They'll catch you riding nerdy.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Riding nerdy.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Like a Weird Al over here.
It's white nerdy.
Yeah.
Which in this case is all of us.
Yeah. So we thought we would discuss the social stigmas of gaming, how they've changed over the course of the last 2 or 3 decades, and why is
It's kind of depressing to say 3 decades.
Yeah. I've been alive for 3 decades.
I know. I'm almost there. But.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah, we're old. But anyway, it has changed. It's more acceptable now. Why is that? Is it marketing? Is it just become, okay, you guys have been doing this for so long? What do we think?
Well, I think part of it, like, we were talking about generations of gamers and how gamers today, why they suck balls, nobody's there to show them that it's not terrible or whatever, or if it is terrible. Part of that's because the people that played beforehand stopped playing, whereas we continue to play. I think a part of it is that people now are continuing on. We're carrying on it. Because one of the things we talked about when we were discussing the topic was it was childish.
Right.
It was seen as childish. Because you played as a kid.
It was a toy that your parents bought.
Correct.
You like you
got
Nintendo
it
as
at
a
Christmas
toy.
or birthday. Yeah.
And our generation is one of the first ones that goes, I'm kind of keeping this.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, really made a big difference because it is seen now is a completely different thing because people continue to play. It's a legitimate hobby now.
Right.
Like fishing or whatever, something you continually do the rest of your life.
Something that
You
people
can also do with
invest a
your
lot of
family.
money into. I mean, it's like you said, fishing. I mean, like fishing's honestly like a good example. You're gonna go out and buy your rod and reel, I guess, or lures or whatever
Tackle,
fucking people fucking buy for fishing. But like, there's equipment to buy, and if you want
Dynamite.
the new
Shotgun.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of beer because fishing is just horrible.
Yes.
But yeah, like it's kind of the same idea. You're buying new. Your new system every time it comes out, new games, and it's a constant investment. It's something constantly that you're going to do and play and enjoy your entire, at this point, for your entire life. It's not something that's always been that way, though.
Well, I think we adopted it as more of a lifestyle than we did as a hobby, if you think about it.
Yes.
And every time I have some free time, I don't think, I'm going to go watch a movie. I'm going to go watch TV. I think, oh, shit, I got time. I want to play a video game.
Yes.
I do like movies, but
I love movies, love TV, love music. But when I have alone time and free time, I choose to play video games.
I jerk off.
Well, I do that too. But I think the reason that is because I'm gaining some sort of completion. I'm actually gaining progress or making progress in something. Whereas when I'm reading a book, I can go back to that book whenever I want. But I'm beating a level. I'm overcoming something. And that's what keeps drawing me back. And that's why I think people in general are more accepting of it now is because they're starting to make games where you can draw others in. And the Wii was really good at that.
Yeah, well, it was very good at reaching out to people who weren't necessarily traditional gamers.
And honestly, Guitar Hero was very good at that
yes,
too.
actually, that's a really good. I
rhythm
didn't even
games.
think about that. That was really good because it's a game you bought
Everybody
some
likes
gigantic
music.
you bought some gigantic ass controller that if it was any other game, people were like, what the fuck is that?
You fucking nerd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking nerd. But then you play real songs on their fake guitar, and everybody's like, fuck yeah, let's have a party. I mean, we had parties at your
girls
house.
play it.
Yeah, girls play it. And that's the big
And there'd
deal.
be some girls going, that's
stupid.
That's sexist. There's lots of girl gamers. I know that. But your average
Dude,
girl,
it's
I
like
hate to tell you.
50% of them.
Yeah.
50% of gamers are girls.
No.
No.
Crickets.
Sorry.
50% of the gamers have cell phones
Yeah.
and play Candy Crush.
Sorry, about 3%. That may be selling, the guys a little short on that. The point is that it made the average person, quite often girl, because what we were talking about, this young thing, when we were kids, a toy, girls got Barbies, guys got G.I. Joes, girls rarely got systems.
Right.
it was a toy for boys.
And if they got a system, it was because Dad wanted to play the fucking.
It's very possible. Very possible. So the point is, like, when you get those people who don't play to play, it really kind of, I hate to say legitimized.
But it does.
But it does. That, and I will say this on a side note on a technological aspect. When the PlayStation 2 started having a DVD player, I know a lot of people who bought it because
it had the DVD. You could.
I want a DVD player. I'm also getting a video game system. I'll play Madden. I'll use to its capabilities, things like that, making dual
Same
purpose.
thing with the PS3, honestly, for Blu-ray.
Blu-ray,
yes.
That's one thing that Sony's done really well.
And like, because I remember whenever Blu-ray players came out, because it was around the same time as the PlayStation 3, Blu-rays were like $1,000.
Yeah.
And like, well, it makes the $600 price tag a lot more palatable for the PlayStation, and then you can. And
I can play Blu-rays on this and video games?
And by the time the PlayStation 3 was out, there wasn't as much of a stigma. I mean, for most of the games. I mean,
that's pretty much after that's after.
But at the same time, I mean, like, you could convince your mom to get you I'm going to get a Blu-ray player. Well, don't just get a PlayStation 3. Just get a PlayStation 3 and I'll have a system. Like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, there was a little bit of crossover in that situation.
Well, and also, too, another thing, this is not just how it's gaming in general, but also, like, genres, as an example. Like, when we were kids, you playing an RPG, you were a fucking nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Those games were for hardcore nerd.
Technically, you kind of still are.
Yeah,
like, you're not going to get your wife to sit down and play, fucking...
I don't expect her to go play Adler or Ilis or something. Or let's play, Tales of Grandia.
Yeah.
But if I said, hey, I'm playing Skyrim, she's like, oh, wow, you're a fucking nerd.
Right.
It's Skyrim. Everybody plays that kind of game.
Right.
Guess I hate to tell you, it's an RPG.
Right.
There are lots of games that are RPGs or RPG-esque. Or if you said, oh, I played Final Fantasy VII, you wouldn't be crucified. But if you played Final Fantasy VII when Final Fantasy VII was actually new and out,
right,
you did that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't go like talk to a girl like, hey, I'm gonna go home and play Final Fantasy VII. I want to come over and hang out or something. Like, no, it's not. Like,
she don't even know what it is, but it has fantasy in the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fantasy she's having is fucking your neighbor or something. Because it's not you.
Or the cool guy that plays football or basketball.
Yeah, or whatever. So,
or who just doesn't play video games.
Yeah, because honestly, when we were in high school, a lot of people didn't play video games.
Yeah, but you go to high school today?
Oh,
90%, maybe more.
Every guy, that's what they do.
Yeah.
A large portion of some, maybe they're obviously not gamers. They may play a little bit of this or that, but they play a lot.
And you know what I think? Another big factor I think that had something to do with the legitimacy of video games, I guess so that people weren't nerds, is sports games. Sports games have always been around.
And shooters, too, but more recently.
Yeah. But sports games back in our day were, for the most part, shitty. Most of them were. But now you've got Maddens. Now you've got the show.
Tiger Woods.
FIFA.
All of them play that.
Yeah, Tiger Woods.
All the NBA games.
2K. Yeah, the 2K series on hockey and basketball. So
FIFA. Not as bad as I hate to say it, fucking FIFA.
Well, I just said it a few seconds ago. So.
Yeah, he literally.
I just love soccer so much, I want to say it again.
Yeah, you love soccer so much.
I do fucking love soccer.
So he's going to, oi! Oh, it's football. I don't know why it's an Australian guy. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Apparently something like happened to the U.S. in the World Cup thing, and like some Ronaldo guy shit on us, and I was like, I didn't even know what happened.
Dude, first off, I don't care about soccer at all.
No.
But Ronaldo's
football.
Fuck that. Ronaldo's like a badass.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, like Lionel Messi or something. He's fucking Argentinian.
I thought, honestly, when you said Lionel Messi, I was like, is he a hockey player?
Yeah.
Like, it took me a second.
That's Mark Messier.
I was like, Lionel Richie?
Hello. Is it Argentina you're rooting for? That would be a good soccer commercial.
Should do that.
I should make soccer commercials.
You should.
It'd be 3 seconds like going, ole, ole, and then just like 5 minutes of watching people riot. It'd be like, oh, this is soccer. Dig it.
To be fair, those 5 minutes would be in stoppage time in some arbitrary fucking fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
We just want to bang on soccer always.
But sports games, it's cool to like sports. Men like sports. Just watch beer and nachos and watch football. That's what men do. So when you put a man in front of a video game, in front of a TV, and he's playing football instead of watching it, and he's playing with his buddy, and they're like, "Rah!" Your wife's like, oh, that's just Jim being a man,
And usually it was people who were playing, like, who played sports in general. Usually didn't have your RPG nerd, play a lot of sports games overall. You'd get that crossover. You'd get the guy who's
very segmented.
Yeah, you because of that previously you weren't getting the jocks to play video games that much. They're not going to sit around and play Final Fantasy. They're not going to sit around and play Shining Force. But you tell them, hey, I can play as fucking, Deion Sanders or, somebody. Like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Well, also, and this is a big thing, too, that has nothing to do with video games.
Oh, cool.
Nerds are much, much, much more accepted now.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 10 years,
And geek is cool now.
Oh, geek is chic.
yeah.
Geek is chic, yes. And
Oh, dude, when the chicks put on the thick rim glasses and they become geeks, then they
become nerds.
Yeah,
I play video games.
yeah, I just want to punch in your mouth.
Yeah. No, you don't.
You hipster douche.
You played Mario Kart twice. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, that's gaming though.
Yeah.
That's gaming. I'm a gamer. I'm so avant-garde.
I saw a Facebook post of some girl was like, and it wasn't on Facebook, like, because I haven't been on Facebook in like a year, but it was a screenshot of a Facebook post, and it was this girl was like, I can't believe I'm playing blah, blah, blah game. I'm such a nerd or something like that. And the guy goes, oh, I didn't know you played games. Are you going to watch E3 this year? And she's like, who are you? And you're like, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, stop posting on this comment. So I was like, you fucking cunt. This guy plays video games too. You're bragging about playing video games, and you want to give this nerd the time of day. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
You're not really a nerd.
No.
You're using that as a term. Like, everybody goes, oh, I'm a nerd.
Yeah. No,
and we
not.
even say it kind of loosely. We're not going to go cosplay or LARP after this.
No, but we're
only because there's no LARPing groups around, in fairness.
But us in general are kind of weird when it comes to gamers.
Oh, we're the anomalies, I think.
Well, one, we play all different genres across the board. We love all video games on all systems, and we've played just about everything. Two, we like heavy fucking metal.
Yes.
And three, we dress like preps. It's not common that you get that combination of people. I mean, how many times have we gone
we also play sports, too.
We play sports, right.
We all are fairly athletic and play sports.
How many times, though, Brian and I go to a concert in, like, a polo and khakis, and everybody else around us with, like, fucking...
That would be every concert.
Gauges in their ears and shit.
No, we don't have any piercings.
And we're in, like, a Nike t-shirt and fucking khaki cargo shorts.
It was kind of funny when we went to the August Burns Red concert.
Talk about a sore fucking thumb.
I think I had like my Devil Wears Prada shirt on, or my
so
Adelaide
shirt.
The shirt. I just had the shirt. I still had like khakis on. I still had my khaki, cargo shorts on or whatever. But like, here's O'Brien walking in fucking blue polo and just like
Banana Republic time, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And you still got like a sore thumb, but who gave a fuck? We were like the oldest people there by like double. Yeah. So.
But see, the thing is that nobody gives a fuck.
No.
Nobody cares. You're going there to watch a show, just like everybody else.
It's not necessarily true. I find it's kind of like now I don't know if I'm sure there's still goth kids in high school now.
I would imagine.
But every goth kid like, oh, you preppy, all you care is about where you bought your clothes, and then you'd rip on the kid who didn't get his clothes at Hot Topic.
Right.
Like you'd see that they
paid $70 for some absurd fucking jeans.
Yeah, exactly. It was the same principle. You were just doing something in a different way, and
you had a different name tag on than I did.
Yeah, and that made you special. In reality, I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to look presentable.
Right. Exactly.
And then white face paint just really just clashes with my eyes.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah, makes sense.
I didn't want to wear white face paint all the time.
You were kind of a juggalo in high school, though.
Yeah. I was a total thug.
Yeah, great Malenko over here. We say that in jest.
Get back to Shaggy. Yeah, he's sucking at that.
But anyway, we're I think the anomaly in the fact that we like all these different things, and we like what we like. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about. We like what we like, and I think it's people like us that have carried on gaming into making it a legitimate hobby. It's not just.
And it's also, like, looking at it from, like, a game developer's perspective.
You got dick in your throat over there?
I do. He talked about sucking it earlier. I just had to clear the semen out. But, even like a game developer's perspective, it's good for the game developers to have that not be a stigma anymore because it's good for business. I mean, the more people you can expose to your games, and I think a lot of they deserve some credit too for I know they're trying to make money, so I mean it's not like I'm making them magnanimous or anything like that. Like, oh, we're just gonna make all the gamer nerds socially acceptable now, but
they're not doing it. They're just like, fuck yeah, they're acceptable now.
They're like, yeah,
right, let's cash 90, bitch.
Yeah,
but I mean they're putting out more peripherals like like you said the Wii or even like your Wii Fit games or your little balance board shit or the Kinect like where everybody else can get involved and everybody I don't consider like girls gamers in the situation of like just playing Kinect or whatever, but for them, they can say we game, and then you can have that conversation at your schools or at your job, and then it's a normal part of conversation as opposed to, ew, he's dancing in his living room playing DDR.
Dude, I played me and my wife play so much DDR.
You played so much of that game?
We did play so much of that game, and we wore dance pads out.
Yeah. That's because you bought those cheap chitty ones.
She bought
those cheap chitty ones.
Some cheap ones. I just buy regular ones full price, and you know how it is.
Yeah. Knock it out.
And I was like, just get the real ones.
Get down.
A part of it is what you're right. Developers also, I think, like about the mid-90s, you started to see games deeper, more adult orientated because there weren't a lot of adult only or mature level games previously, and every system had to have honestly had to have an animal mascot. They tried to do it with Crash Bandicoot and PlayStation, Sonic, Mario. You had a really child angle, which not to necessarily be detrimental, but it makes it more childlike.
Sure.
And once the later 90s came up, most of your successful franchises, your games were more, I say violent, but some
gritty.
were violent, some were, yes, gritty is a great way to put it, were more adult orientated. And that made games more acceptable, games that kids could not play. You're making it specifically for an older audience.
Right.
I'm not saying that destigmatize, but when more and more people play video games, it's going to only be natural that people care less and less because, well, everybody does it, which is what I think happens now.
And you know a big series that was involved in making that switch is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Grand Theft Auto 3 was like the first, because Grand Theft Auto 2, I believe 2, was still like the overhead view.
It was on computer.
Cartoony, yeah. Grand Theft Auto 3 was the first major Grand Theft Auto where you could control somebody and you
beat up hookers.
Yeah, beat up hookers and steal cars and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. And I think that garnered a whole nother cast of people coming in to play these types of games where I don't want to play sports, but I would like to fucking blow up an entire city just for fun, That's the type of game that turned nerdy bullshit progression games into time killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well then, and honestly, shooters is a big part too.
Yeah, well,
Halo and Call of Duty coming to their own right around the early 2000s, and that is, those are games that make it real warfare, things that can be more masculine.
And most of them started off as historical.
Yes.
Which then you got history buffs, and you're basically touching on a broad range of people who may be interested in your game.
One knock on platformers is they were very shallow in the consumer base they reached.
Right.
You either liked playing them or didn't, and that's the only thing we got for you, which we all like platformers. They're very skill-based and they're fun, but they're missing a lot of the other aspects.
And that the platformers are the heyday of video games where they were for children. And they still are. Name a platformer that's gritty and dark that's humongously popular. They really don't. They really don't exist. Like you said, Mario, Sonic. I mean, you've got all of these kiddie style games. Those are your major platformers.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. We're kind of obviously the topic is is it more socially acceptable now to play video games essentially?
Which I think the answer is obvious.
Yes, I mean it's very obvious. It is, yes. Do you guys have any specific situations where you remember like growing up where it was not acceptable that you've ran into recently, or the past 5 or so years? Like, do you have either of you have any specific situations where you've ran into that? I mean, as evidence.
There were definitely kids who wanted to go out and play, and I will say sometimes people would shit on Romance of the Third Kingdoms if I tried to show it to them.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of, this is less about video games, more of a genre. I was training a guy at work. And we were in Ohio, and we were traveling around.
This is the WoW story?
Yeah.
I know you've told us so before.
Yeah.
This is good.
And that's the one. I mean, I don't know if I told on the air or not.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I would tell it again, because I remember listening to it.
Essentially, we were hanging out, we realized we both played video games. It's almost like you're feeling them out to see if it's okay. And it's kind
of like cursing. You don't want to say fuck in front of the wrong person.
Yeah,
you say hell or damn.
Yeah, I play games online. Yeah, I have played some games online, too. I like a lot of games that progress. It's progression. You're feeling out with hot words before you go. You look at each other, you look around, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, you play World of Warcraft.
It's like, yes.
Yeah,
you're like, for the Horde, and you play.
And then you're both like, we can now talk about it.
Then you talk about WoW for days on end. And that's the things where, like, certain things are still stigmatized. Other than that, anymore, I mean, video games are treated as normal.
I will, being the one single guy here, It has played a role in a little bit of dating.
Yeah,
I go on dates.
You get a lot of pussy, don't you, for playing video games?
I do. I do the amount of pussy that I've got because I play Smite, bitch. And they're like, oh, I just want to suck your dick. That's what I hear all the time. I
stream on Smite game.
Well,
and they're like, oh.
No, I mean, all kidding aside, though, like, I'll go out with a girl, because I get off work about 8:30, and unless it's a weekend or something like that where I don't have, but I stream Smite game, essentially Sunday to Thursday, whatever the fuck the week is. I don't even know, because it throws me off because it's Monday to Friday, but Sunday to Thursday instead.
I'm confused.
But
Monday
I stream
to Friday.
I got you.
But I've had to move plans around with dates because I have my Smite game stream before. And it's always kind of that tip.
Can't sound cool.
Yeah.
Well, no, it can't. But
I can't have sex with you tonight. I gotta go play
no,
with Zeus.
I'm not trying to have sex.
Thor's calling my name.
No, if I thought there was sex involved, I was like,
there's at least a couple hundred kids who want to watch me play a video game.
To be fair, there are thousands. But no, like I have
1,000.
Yeah. I have that obligation every night. So it's kind of there's still a little stigma in the realm of dating where I'm not just gonna go, hey, I can't hang out with you tonight. I have to be home by 11:30 to play my video games.
I have a scheduled 3-hour video game time.
Yeah. But now, if I've been on a couple of dates and I elaborate like, hey, I try and teach people to play this game, it's a big, that comes off a little better with a little bit of explanation. So, I mean, we're not just trying to say that there is no stigma involved in video games anymore, especially in the realm of dating. But, you still got, but you've always kind of have to pick and choose your battles with that anyway.
Yeah, I'd say my biggest issue that I run into is with my wife. Because I find that it's okay if she watches TV for 2 hours, but it's not okay if I play video games for 2 hours. And that is, I think, a constant thing. It's a constant among all gamers. They have to deal with their parents that way, or their spouse that way, or their friends that way, or whatever. And the fact that when my son goes down for a nap, I'll run upstairs and play a video game for an hour. Or 2 if he sleeps for 2 hours. But my wife's like, what'd you do while you was sleeping? I play a video game. And she's like, well, you need to clean up around the house. Like, what'd you do while you were sleeping? Oh, well, I was doing the dishes while I was watching Netflix on the tablet. Like, I can't do that. My hobby won't allow me to do that. But I go on Netflix and you're 3 episodes deep into a fucking series that you just started. That's magic, you can waste time how you want, but I can't waste time how I want. That's the biggest problem.
Well, that's more of a conflict of you view your desire to do dishes as something you chose to do,
right?
Not as something you had to do,
right?
And that is a complete difference between male thought and women thought.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is like my grandma used to always say, "Oh, you're wasting your time with those video games," and she's sitting there watching CNN, not really learning anything. You know what I mean? She's just like, okay.
Now you're making money from video games.
That's like your opinion, man.
Yeah. Well, that's because TV is seen, for the most part, especially for those who don't think video games are normal, it's seen as an acceptable hobby.
It's called the boob tube for a reason.
If your hobby would have been woodworking and you're in there whittling a fucking trinket for her, her Christmas tree, ridding an ornament,
she'd be like, "Oh, that's
so great, thanks to the dove." But fuck that, I can just make it play a video game.
I'm getting ready to hit level 50 on WildStar.
Yeah, I got
Grandma.
a ding.
I got calm down, Grandma.
I got a raid tonight.
But it's a different.
Are you really gonna hit 50?
Fuck no.
I'm
like 17.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I was like, because I didn't have a chance to play this week.
I grinded that shit out.
I was like, fucking school. Fucking this shit.
But yeah, that's an aspect of the stigma where it's still honestly still around.
Right.
It's still not seen as an equal hobby to everybody. But it's not bad that you do it, but it's an activity you should do when all other things are expunged. There's nothing else you have going on that you can possibly do.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, that's really it. I mean, it used to be a negative.
Yes.
And now it's just seen as a kind of a neutral. It's not a positive. Like, I'm not on the baseball team, or I'm not like fucking NBA player or anything. But
unless you're in that small percentage of people who's making money in video games, I mean,
or if a chick also is a gamer herself or likes it or doesn't mind it, because I think now it's seen like guys watch sports. It's taken like, oh, he's gonna watch sports. He's a guy. I think now anymore,
he's gonna play video games.
Exactly, it's a neutral thing. It's just accepted. It's expected. But if I go to a bar and I'm like, hey, baby, I make money playing video games, she's gonna be like, okay. She's not going to be like, oh, he's a catch.
You're going to make a whole lot. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're like, yeah, I make,
millions or something.
I make 100,
Of course, if you're making millions, it's not going to, you have trouble throwing your wiener in there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's what I'm saying. It's the money at that point, not the actual fact that I'm doing. Yeah, so it's never going to be seen as a positive, I don't think.
Well, no, but what hobby is like, oh, God, he's so into archery. Let me rub out my bean. I think
there are some. There are hobbies where girls will be like, "Oh, wow, he's into."
I think the difference is
a professional chef isn't a hobby. That's now a career.
Well, I will say, I don't mean a professional chef.
Their hours suck.
If you're making something tangible, like if you're a chef or a carpenter or something like that,
poet,
painter,
a poet.
Yeah, girls might find that shit hot. I don't know.
Every guy's been doing that. I'm an English major. I like poetry. I write poetry. Yeah.
I'll write a poem and slap my dick on the paper.
Yeah, guys, that doesn't work. That makes you like best friend material.
Yeah.
I don't know if carpenters or plumbers are out there getting like, yeah, I got this fucking
I made you this bird bath, baby.
Yeah, I don't know what joints are in plumbing, but I can fix your toilet, honey. Yeah, awesome. I want to bone you now.
Lay pipe. There's a joke there somewhere. Wood, carpenter, I don't know. Penis.
My name's Mike.
Here's my butt crack. But so it's becoming more widely accepted.
Give me the monkey wrench.
That's my wife's favorite song to play on Guitar Hero.
That's like the easiest song ever.
It's just a beat, I think.
Jade, I'm disappointed.
I used to just play a bass on expert the whole time. I was slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass. So, how's that? Do we have anything news? Good news?
Honestly, there's not a whole lot. I had some downtime at work today. I was like, I'm going to... Because I had, seriously 30 minutes of downtime on my route. I was looking for some news.
Yeah?
Didn't find any. Okay. No, there was one cool thing I saw.
Yeah?
There was one cool thing. Apparently, they are... Yeah, it's not going to be real.
Ever. One on the whole internet.
And it's not even really news. It's just something fucking cool.
Yeah?
It won't really apply to us, but if there's some of you out there who ride motorcycles, which is not us.
This is already going
no.
south
No,
quickly.
This is actually kind of cool, though. They're apparently in 2015, they're going to have a Master Chief helmet for you for an actual helmet to wear that you can use. That's honestly
breaking news.
Yeah, it's
I will say that's
Chief
insanely
helmet.
better than the guys that were the fucking fake Mohawk helmets. You're so cool.
Yeah. What about the Divinity game? That's coming out soon.
I guess that's kind of news, and this is something
That's just a coming attraction, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game that I hadn't heard a lot about, and I kind of stumbled on it the other night watching a stream, and I told Jeremy about it here. It's something. It's kind of like it was a Kickstarter game. It was a game that I think they put out a early production with it, and they got some Kickstarter funds. They actually have a video that I've seen with a comparison to the before and after Kickstarter. They did a really, really good job. It's something worth checking out, but it's kind of like an old school Baldur's Gate kind of game, because apparently it's turn-based, which I didn't realize at first.
It looks like a dungeon crawler-y style.
It looks
like
almost,
a hack and slash almost.
That's what my first thought. I was like, it's a hack and slash RPG, but it's turn-based. The graphics are really pretty. Apparently the skill system's really deep. The character creation's pretty deep.
The customization of your abilities and skills looks pretty deep.
The most surprising thing to me is the problem. Not the problem. It's just what those games usually are very linear.
Right.
Like even Baldur's Gate, you could do a couple of side quests on that. But sorry, did I speak incorrectly there? I got linear. Linear. So I O'Brien's over here just dying laughing.
We just made eye contact.
I was like, what? And then he looked, and I saw the fucking smile on his face.
I couldn't just let you guys fucking do that. No.
I was like, veneer?
Yeah. I guess I accentuated the wrong syllable. Fuck off. But it's my fucking news segment. Get off me. I'll say however shit I want to. I don't care.
I respect you.
On to the news.
The news segment.
Anyway.
But no, the fact that it's not straightforward. You can side quest.
The fact that it's not so linear.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of different side quests and that kind of stuff, and apparently you can get really off track, as opposed to like the way they present it, at least isn't like Baldur's Gate, where you'd have one or two side quests that you can do, but you really couldn't.
Yeah. More like Skyrim then, but in a Baldur's Gate universe. What? Are you still on linear?
He's still.
I can't quit.
I was until I started crying, and then okay.
I looked over your face and it was all red and you had tears in your eyes.
I couldn't.
Oh,
you can't write that
Jesus.
shit. You cannot write that shit.
Video games back in the day didn't really have side quests. That wasn't a thing.
You had maybe one or
fun,
two.
But
Yeah,
not a lot. It
Yeah.
was almost all directed towards progression.
It was all linear.
It was all linear.
Fuck me. Why? Okay. Anyway, you also can create your own RPG, apparently. Like, it's an RPG maker, quote unquote.
It reminds me of whenever we used to create levels in like Duke.
Yeah.
You more than me, but you could have a dungeon master essentially create a campaign, and I think that has a lot of
that's kind of cool.
a lot of promise to it, because they give you apparently a dungeon editor, and you can do all that kind of shit. And that was a big deal with it was an old PC game, but it was one of the first Dungeons and Dragons. It was after Baldur's Gate. It was Neverwinter Nights. And they actually, that was one of the first big games to really open up a level editor for people who wanted to be pen and paper nerds, but on PC.
Right.
So hopefully they're kind of going that route, because they actually had a pretty good following on Neverwinter Nights back in the day, relatively speaking, of course, that would play, DM, and you'd have, party of 4, 5, 6 people, and you do that. So hopefully this picks up that way.
And actually, the funny thing about that is that there's a game, I can't remember what it was, but it was the one with Conquer in it, the one I mentioned, that just had conquered the last 3 seconds of the fucking video. Which is kind of stupid. But that game was all about, you are creating this level for people to come in and play and try to beat your level. And it sounds like it would be similar to that, and that was a big deal at E3, but this game's kind of like indie behind the scenes, and it's doing that shit too.
I forget the developer of it. I forget their fucking name, but it looks neat. It looks.
We're definitely gonna check it out. I mean, it sounds like a game that we could all enjoy. It looked like 4-player multiplayer too. I don't know.
I think so. I mean, there were 4. You have 4 people in your party, so I can't imagine why you
wouldn't do that
at that point. But for what it's worth, it's on Steam for pre-order or whatever, and the pre-sale, like the collector's edition, is like $70, and you get what is the normal? You saw it more than I did.
$70. It was 2 copies of the game plus the DLC that's going to come out after launch.
Plus, like you get like a deck of cards that's themed for the game and some other.
So you just get an extra copy to give to a friend at that point.
But so you can play together.
But what was the actual cost of the game by itself? Wasn't it about the same?
$40.
So it's okay. So you're
$5 less per person. Plus you get the DLC for both people, and you get extra bonus shit, and you get 2 other things that look like they were games as well.
Unless we read it wrong somehow, but that's what it seemed like to me. So. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Comes up the 30th?
June 30th, I think.
So probably by the time, actually right about the time this will probably, within the day or 2 that this comes out, so.
We'll be playing that shit.
For show.
Hitting
that for show.
Maybe.
I'll be hitting that for show. I guess it's time for the
Das lightning round.
Oh yeah, girl. It's time for the lightning round.
All right, welcome back to Lightning Round, the game show that we play every episode.
Yes, we do.
I was waiting for Andrew's normal comment.
The intro to that's very linear.
It is. I changed it at the time. Fucking side quested that bitch.
Oh, shit. Anyway, I won last time. So I will start on Guess That Game, you jackasses.
All right.
I know, Brian's laughing.
Oh, you just gotta focus.
I don't know why. That hit us in the funny bone hard.
It did.
It was my intention. That's why I said it.
All right. Ready?
Nope.
Clue number 1. Here we go. This game... I can't stop. I see the smirk on your face on the corner of my eye.
I'm good right now.
Okay.
You're the only one who's not good.
This game...
I've been good for a while.
...was developed by the same company that created mega hits like Uncharted and The Last of Us.
So you're off the map.
Huh?
Off the map. You're off the map.
Yeah, off the map, yeah.
Uncharted, and what was the other one?
The Last of Us.
Last of Us. Mega hits.
Last of Us, I think it is.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay. Clue 2, this was a non-traditional platformer, and actually, no shit, during development, this game was codenamed Sonic's Ass Game.
What?
That was
Why
a
is
code.
this not the first clue? This one's 10.
Sonic's Ass Game.
It's a non-traditional platformer that during development was codenamed Sonic's Ass Game.
Sonic's Ass Game.
And ass is literally not short for anything. It's just ass game.
Okay. Not very helpful.
No.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
The main character, was originally named Willy the Wombat.
Crash Bandicoot?
Yep.
Huh.
Boom! Good job. It was apparently codenamed Sonic's Ass Game because it was a platformer like Sonic, but for most of the game he was running away from you and you were just staring at his ass the entire time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't either until I fucking Googled that shit. I was like, what's a good clue? Willy the Wombat was the original name of Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, it didn't really help me at all.
I was thinking all 3 maybe together would put you there.
Well, it did not, sir.
Put me there, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it did. I'll put you there or something.
Hopefully, with that very sure guess of Crash Bandicoot.
Hopefully my 3 questions will coalesce it all into
quote unquote 3.
Quote unquote 3. Actually, this is one of my better ones as far as it's still up per. No, just kidding.
Number 1 is still 3 clues.
I just want to be linear here about it. All right, clue number one. This is an iconic series spanning many systems and platforms.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Now, the protagonist of this series has a couple of features that definitely stick out.
Okay. I don't know if you're making a joke, but I got an idea if you do. God, I'm really hoping that you're on the same wavelength as I am. I'm not going to sack up, though.
Lots of platforms, and he's got a limb?
A couple of features that definitely stick out.
I'm not going to guess.
No.
Clue 3. Tits.
Tomb Raider. The pointy triangle titties is where I thought you were going. I should have sacked up. I should have fucking sacked up.
I was gonna go my last clue was gonna be like a popular movie series or something like it had a good crossover. I just want to say tits.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want
not?
to say tits.
Wow. I'm once again showing my ability in this game. Yeah, I wasn't really. I was like, tits? I had to think for a second.
A couple features that stick out, like the first Tomb Raider, she had horrible.
I know, I remember playing that game. It just,
In general, her tits are always
my
kind of
thought was
focal
like,
point of.
I was thinking of spikes, like a Sonic or like a Keto or a Bowser or something like that,
Right.
like an actual protrusion.
You just went on the wrong wavelength, and I got the joke instantly, and that I couldn't get rid of it. So if it was Sonic, I'd have been like, tits, aw.
Very true.
You never say aw about tits, I guess.
No. Well,
Rarely.
rarely. Rarely is fair.
Rarely.
Unless you have to bang your mom to get your wife back, and then you're like, aw.
So you're not excited about that. You're not touching those titties. That's just odd.
Probably can't reach low enough.
Well,
I don't know.
Like a cue ball and a tube sock.
That's disgusting.
like a honey egg out of the wall or whatever. Okay. The core element of this game, or mechanic if you will, is extremely confusing.
Okay.
All right.
The best item in the game is actually not the best.
Seventh Cross Evolution.
That's correct.
Yep.
I actually almost sacked up after the first one, to be honest.
Really?
I almost did.
Wow.
Wow. What was your third clue?
You're going to evolve, and it's not the 6th or the 8th.
The good one.
Because I remember the humans, because you were the
You
humans.
wanted
You're like,
to be human, but it was in no
You
way,
weren't
shape,
the
or
strongest,
form.
you were the smartest, and that was...
But it wasn't like...
it was to get
wasn't
the ending,
best in
essentially, is what it
anything.
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, which is a cool twist and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Really neat game, though.
Yeah. We always say it was, but...
I mean, it
I
was
played through
okay.
it like with you with Vagsec, and I played with you, Andrew. I think I played it once by myself.
What was your character's name with Andrew?
I don't even. Oh God.
No idea.
Wasn't
You
Vagsec.
know why? Because it wasn't Vagsec.
Vagsec is
It's a mainstay.
vaginal secretions.
Vaginal secretions. We shorted to Vadsec, and then we sang ball tongue to it.
But I don't know why.
Vagsec!
It made sense.
It did. All right. Well, let's move on to the
Passgasm.
password game.
The password game.
And
Gamegasm.
we don't know what category to select, so we're gonna select dance moves
Oh, this will be good.
because we know all the dance moves, but we figured it'd be like sex positions where it's just gonna have random words that we don't know about, and we're gonna have to try to get you. Unless there's like fucking
Don't-
pirouette and shit. You know?
I don't.
I could get it.
Oh yeah, we could totally.
Yeah.
We
It may
could
look fancy. That was us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yes. Oh, that was bonus, maybe.
We had an
I
entire
you guys played more of that at 2K2
Oh, okay.
than I did.
We were like almost 70 games into a
I
season.
think we were like 72.
Yeah.
73.
Anyway, we're gonna do dance moves, and Andrew's gonna be giving me clues first. I think technically you're supposed to be doing the dance moves. In this one, but
yeah, I'm not doing that.
We're not gonna do that.
I won't even know what they are.
All right, here we go.
In Zelda, that if you attack them, they get mad. Like the
Chickens.
Yes.
Funky chicken.
No, the
Chicken
thing you do-
dance.
Yeah. Yep. Get rid of that one.
Okay.
That's not even a word. This is tough.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Said it's tough.
Oh. Okay. Oh God. Okay. A Pac-Man.
Yeah?
He eats
Ghosts.
he eats the
Cherries.
no the pellet things.
Dots.
Okay. Yes. Now, if something has, okay, think of a dance that is before dots, or like a term.
Polka dots.
Yes. thank
Polka.
you.
Holy shit.
Oh God, that's impossible. I can't pass it, but that's literally impossible.
Oh, the Carlton dance.
Yeah. That's
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
I don't think there's any way that we can get that while staying in the realm of video games. I literally don't.
Is there like a Will Smith movie that was made into a game or vice versa?
You know, actually, I think Independence Day might have been.
Was it?
Uh-huh. You could have got me to say Will Smith somehow with the Independence Day movie or game.
And then the dance that his
Yeah, but then you would
cousin
have
or
to
whatever
say...
did on.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, that's
Either way,
rough.
This life is brutal.
And to be fair, I don't think we count polka. I mean, he
No,
was like,
no.
dots? Now, a dance
got
that
you.
has something before dots.
Like, it was.
It was exciting that you got me there, though.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anybody who was like. If I could have thought of somebody who was known for polka dots, it'd have been different. But
Is there anything in the game that pokes something? Because you could have got me to say, poke.
poke and dots, and then
Yeah, then I'd be like, polka dot? I don't know.
it's
Those are rough. It's going to be a rough category.
It is, but you got a point. I'm actually kind of impressed with that.
The chicken dance.
Chicken dance. That was.
I like how I went to Funky Chicken first.
Yeah.
All right, so now Andrew is going to be receiving from O'Brien.
All right. Here we go.
Pack it in.
Passing already?
Let me think. Yeah, pass.
Oh.
Okay.
This is.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
All right.
I think it's
You
a
have an
stay
option.
video game
Yeah.
sort of theme. Something like Final Fantasy VII or any of those RPGs with Japanese characters, and they look really, really emo-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Cloud was gonna dance, what kind of dance do you think he would do?
Like a slam dance or something? I don't know.
No, but when you think, what do they normally do at like concerts? Like
They flail around and.
what's that called though?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Oh, then we're never gonna get.
Oh God, I can't air punching. I don't know. I mean, moshing or something.
Super Mario Brothers, not 1 or 3.
2.
Okay, that's the first word.
2-step.
Yes. Why did I just do that? That was way fucking easy. I got the next one.
2-step. Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm just imagining little emo kids
they all got
flailing
little
around. Just,
that's what it's called. It's a two-step.
yeah.
The first one's the Macarena.
I wasn't getting that one. Sad thing is, the next one was the hammer. I could have fucking got that so easy.
Yeah.
We got
Oh,
one.
did we pass the? Oh, did we? Oh, the next one was the. Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw it right before it clicked.
Ah, boo.
We could have got that one.
Hammer time.
But, I was like, why should I have gone to the two-step and been more literal? But I was trying to actually get you to the two-step, and that was way too difficult.
All right, so now I'm giving clues to O'Brien. Prepare to receive, my friend.
Okay.
Okay. When you're in any space game and you hit super speed, you go forward
Electric slide?
in, oh God in heaven. Jesus, why can't I think
Hyperspace?
of this? It seems so easy.
Hyperjump?
Not where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, but
Where in time?
Okay.
Time warp.
Yes, thank you. Jesus, fuck. A pass.
Oh, I don't know which way I'm going here.
Okay. Don Flamenco did the...
Flamingo dance.
Yeah, but another type of Spanish dance like that.
I don't know. Mambo?
No.
Salsa dancing? It's a tango.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
No way.
Are we now hurt? Come on, try.
You can't get it. No. Gangnam Style.
Oh, Genga style. Yeah, there was no way to get that one.
I know he did the
could've said-
flamenco.
Oh, I got an idea. You
will
could say, like, a StarCraft is really popular in Korea.
Yeah.
You could have got me there.
Now, here's the thing about the
Rumba.
tango that you guys got. You kind of did the same way I did the Pac-Man one.
No,
though.
not at all did I. I said it's a...
You said there's dots.
It got
What
him
comes
to
before
flamenco,
dots?
and I
But-
said other dances like that. I didn't say
Okay,
blank dots.
That's fine. I just for clarification.
Because they're both Spanish dances.
Yeah.
Google it. If tango's not a Spanish dance. It's like,
Doesn't matter. I
take
thought
that
it
point
was.
away.
I imagine Tango is Tango Spanish?
I don't fucking know.
It sounds Spanish.
We're doing dance moves for fuck's sake. We didn't even know the sex moves. How are we
No.
gonna get dance moves?
I
All
know
right.
more of these dance moves than I have.
So Brian's gonna be giving clues to me. You better fucking rock this shit out.
To be fair, we don't really have a
Definitely.
chance at this category because we're all white.
All right, here we go.
Game face. Oh, it's a weapon in Skyrim.
The dagger, an axe, a sword, a bow,
One that a big burly guy would carry in
a
Skyrim.
warhammer,
Yeah, but shorter.
a hammer.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Christ in heaven. Actually, there was a Michael Jackson video game.
Yeah.
Thriller.
Thriller.
No. There was another video game. It was on Genesis. It's just it was based off his famous dance move.
Smooth Criminal.
That's the name of the game or the song.
Yeah.
But what's the move that he's
The moonwalk.
Yes.
Okay.
Pass that shit. Oh, that was stupid.
Oh.
That was so easy, motherfucker. Oh my god, I had that one. Fuck. And we passed one that was easy. Now I'm at this one looking like my ass. If I'd have gone Donkey,
Conga.
yeah, damn, we would have got the last one. This one we're not getting.
Oh, okay. The jerk.
Yeah, I passed Conga without thinking. I could have gone Donkey conga,
Yeah.
boom, boom, motherfucker.
Well, we got 2.
Yeah, that really
We should have got 3.
We should have got 3.
Fucking worth. No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
All right, so Andrew's going to be getting clues from, or giving clues to O'Brien now.
I'm a little upset with that one. I'm a little upset. Did you remember that Michael Jackson video game on Genesis?
Yeah, I do now.
I forgot that
the
it
problem
existed
was
now
it
that
was
you-
called Moonwalker.
Right.
So I could not say the name of the
Right,
game, but that was just kind of fortuitous.
All right. Let's see what we can do here. Oh God. Okay. In the Magic Online game,
Okay.
when you're randomizing your cards, what are you doing?
Shuffle.
Okay.
Oh. I like where your head's at.
It's a Spanish dance that Don Flamenco would do.
Oh, tango.
No, it's a different one though.
Oh, is it not flamingo, salsa, rumba?
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, you know how there's a oh, this is easy to get to. Why am I blanking on this?
Is there a pass?
No. This is
Okay.
actually it's just sometimes when you would. Why can't I think of it? I'm still blanking. Okay, like in a game like Fallout,
Okay.
this modern convenience is not really available.
Electricity?
Yes.
Electric slide?
There you go. God, I don't know how I went there with that. Oh God.
pass.
No, that's gonna get passed. And the game. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if it's going to take too long.
No, like.
Oh, I don't want Zeus. Fucking ads.
Pikachu shoots.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't think of a good electric thing to
I
say
whip my
without.
hand back and forth. I whip my hand. Yeah.
I was gonna go Will Smith there again, but I'm
Yeah.
like,
We got 3.
All these Will Smith ties.
Yeah, fucking shit. Parents just don't understand, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you know?
All right, this is the last round. What's the score?
So I have 8. Right now you have 5, and Andrew has 5.
Oh. So we have a tie regardless.
Yeah, you and Andrew are going to tie. Or all 3 of us are going to tie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
awesome.
All right, so we got to get 3 so that we each all get a point and we go into the last round even.
Okay, let's just do that.
Let's do it. All right, I'm giving to Andrew.
Let's do it.
Open your butt. Prepare your anus. Okay. Yeah. No, pass that.
3's not looking good.
No, pass it. You didn't pass. There we go. Okay, Spanish dance that Don Flingo would do.
Salsa.
Nope.
The tango.
Nope.
The rumba.
Yep. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, dicks.
You love them.
Okay, it's a game called Dig.
Doug.
Uh-huh. And this
Dougie.
Yep.
Good job.
Okay, in Finding Nemo, you feed animals candy, but you also feed something that flies.
A bird.
No.
Pterodactyl. Isn't
It's
it
a,
like a
a
bee?
Yeah, bee is a
Insect.
oh another
Wasp.
That fucking it's
Yeah, even if he says the bug part, you got no chance.
oh,
with
if he said
jitterbug.
bug, I think he would have got jitterbug.
Would you got jitterbug if you said bug?
If I'd have said bug, maybe. It 50-50 shot at best.
So you got 2.
Fuck you.
Eat a dick.
Fucking smirk on his face. This fucking smug cocksucker over here. Suck my asshole.
Such anger.
All right, so 2-1-1, is that the points?
That is correct, sir.
Well, you're right back in this motherfucker.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
I gotta make it up somewhere. How that fucking first round?
All right, so we're going to go on to the Feudgasm.
You're okay with that title.
Yeah, because that was 1. We don't need 2 games that are blank gasm.
Hey, everybody loves it. Just gotta
The Gamegasm, the Feudgasm, and the Pastgasm is a little too
If you
much.
don't have
Main
Guess That
topic.
Game Jackass, it'd probably like Jeopardy-gasm or something.
Main topic gasm.
Hey, our first line of games, I had some awesome titles. Come on now.
You
A
did.
Link to the Last?
That was good.
That was good. So, who's going first? I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I guess technically it'd be me since I
All
won.
right, you go first then.
Okay, I'm going to present to you the top 10 sidekicks of all time.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yes.
According to...
IGN. I lied, Dorkly.
Oh,
Somebody
Somebody.
Dorkly GN.
Yeah, I heard somebody say something about IGN. I just kind of got sidetracked. So, ceremonial quarter.
Is right here. Flip that shit, bro. Sonic Tales, Andrew.
You know,
Ladies first.
all day, Every day.
What is it?
Tails.
It's
But
Tails.
you would have flipped it over if you caught it.
Maybe he may have caught it in a different position than the ground.
I'm doing more of like an NFL style.
Oh, after I fucked up and flipped it bad, I'm gonna do it NFL style now.
I just flipped in the air like I controlled. Listen, bitch. So guess, horse.
I go Luigi.
That is number 2. Not number 1.
Yoshi?
That would be number 3. Oh. Racking your brains.
What the fuck? Oh,
Who's...
I got it. I think.
because it'll be funny. Tails.
Tails is number 8.
I wasn't gonna go there. Because of the
you went
history
there.
of our lists, I'm gonna go Epona.
That would be number 1.
Fuck Zelda right in the butthole. Honestly. That's a joke.
There's
no way
Epona
Epona
was
is-
just in one game, right? Was it just Ocarina
maybe?
of Time?
I don't even know.
I don't know if it was in multiple games or not.
Like,
the point is, that's some strong for that. I just don't agree with it. Nothing's bigger than Luigi. That's the truth.
No. Period.
I would still almost put Yoshi over it, but whatever.
okay, now we're on to sidekicks that no one knows.
Oh, I got one.
I'm gonna go Diddy Kong.
Number 11.
Oh, shit on. How about,
I'm sorry, number 12. I apologize.
Oh,
But still really good.
Rush.
Number 25.
Whoa!
Makes the list, but just barely, because it's actually a top 25 list.
Wow. I'm mad. Oh, okay, I got another one then.
I'm gonna go Clank.
Not on the list.
Really?
No.
I figured it'd be up there.
I'm gonna say 0.
Number 10.
Wow, I thought about it.
That's the Mega Man. Honestly, when that's 10, I'm thinking to myself, one of you are going to get it.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind
So
of.
now you got 5 of them. You got 1, 2, and 3. You got 10, and you got 8.
Oh shit! What was his name?
I'm fucking blanking.
A couple of these are hard, but a couple of them are possible.
I don't think he's gonna be on there because I think I'm gonna go Knuckles.
Knuckles is not. He's lower. He's like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
But he's on there, just not high. Oh, by the way, that is 3 strikes.
Oh,
3?
really?
I thought I had
Yep.
to.
Okay. I was gonna say, I can't remember the guy's name. I was gonna say one of 3 things. I was gonna say either GLaDOS or the guy. I can't remember the guy's name who's the AI core that you carry around the whole time, or the companion cube.
Companion Cube is number 4.
Wow.
Potato GLaDOS,
Oh, I wouldn't have
Is
said
number
Potato
7.
GLaDOS.
but Companion Cube is number 4. Number
What
5
was that guy's name?
is a Launchpad McQuack from DuckTales.
Oh,
Wow.
He was awesome in that game. Number 6 was Garrus Vakarian, which is from Mass Effect. 7 is the
Garrus,
GLaDOS.
yeah.
9 is Midna from another Zelda game.
Is that from
Twilight Princess?
The little
yeah.
fucking.
little thing.
Yeah.
I'm like not mad that I didn't get any of the
But
others. I didn't think I'd get
the
those.
fucking, not Epona, but the one from fucking
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time. The little, what is that little chick
Navi.
with- Navi. That one was on there like 14.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
There's a lot of Zelda references.
Epona being number
fucking-
1 is pretty offensive.
Oh yeah. I only said that because I knew the knob slobbing.
I agree, because honestly, it should have been Yoshi. I mean, not Yoshi, it should have been Luigi.
Luigi.
Yeah, without
Yoshi
question.
should have been number 2.
But you got 0, you got Tails. I didn't think if I was going to get Launchpad. I'm like, he was like super
Yeah.
I
awesome. in that
would have
game.
never, yeah.
No.
I can't believe Rush was 25.
Seems
Well, yeah,
low.
but he was early in the series though.
Yeah.
But there was like Leonardo da Vinci from Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I
there
never
was
thought about that one
Kazooie from Banjo and Kazooie.
Was Earl on there?
No.
Oh, really?
A lot of like
Butthead
older
or-
stuff you'd think would be on there are
I
not
figured
on
Clank
there.
would be on there because there were a lot of
Yeah.
people who really like that series.
I was shocked at that one as well, to be honest with you. But yeah,
I cannot for the life of me think the guy Stephen
Cortana
Merchant.
was 15.
Stephen Merchant voiced him. But I can't fucking remember what his name was in the game.
Stephen
And
Turd-
11
Turd
was
Merchant.
not Diddy, it was Claptrap.
Claptrap. Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good
I don't really
one.
think of him as a sidekick.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. The pre-sequel.
Yeah, get my claptrap on.
All right. My list is the top-rated PlayStation 2 games according to IGN.
Okay.
According to IGN. Whoop. I'll flip it. Andrew called it already, so Brian called it in the air.
I'm going to go Sonic.
I tried to flip it underneath my... It is Tails again.
That's right.
Tried to flip it
because
underneath my
you
microphone.
hit it and it like slid under there, you know?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I was trying to do a football style.
You don't kick the shit. It's not hacky sack.
I have to do it. Oh, hit that. I have to do it. Final Fantasy 7.
PlayStation 2.
Oh, PlayStation 2. Shit.
Ooh, I was at strike.
That's fine.
I was fucking with it.
I
don't
really
really
fucking
care.
PlayStation. PlayStation 2. I'll go Devil May Cry.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
figured it'd be on there somewhere.
Nope.
Okay.
It's kind of top. That's probably too early of a guess for that. Actually, definitely too early of a guess.
I'm going to go Grand Theft Auto 3.
Number 1.
All right.
Wow.
Numero uno.
I'm gonna get shit on this category. I think.
Really? You had a
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, didn't you?
I did, but I just don't.
Everybody had a PlayStation.
Yeah,
2,
no
in
shit.
fairness.
But a lot of my games that I'm thinking of are PlayStation 1 games that were really.
It was like Final Fantasy
That's
7?
that's bad thinking for this.
No, I know. It was
category.
just like. God, what was games that people blew on PlayStation 2? You know, I'm gonna go out of left field again because I don't think I have a shot at this category. I'm gonna go SOCOM.
No.
And SOCOM, where people always blew that game.
Nope.
Would it be, well, Metal Gear Solid, Sons of Liberty?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I mean, obviously there's a Grand Theft Auto or a Metal Gear Solid game on there, but I don't, because of that. But I don't know what the game would be. I'm gonna go fucking Gran Turismo 4.
That's number 5.
All right.
There you go. Got you one.
I was like, please don't say just Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Because
That
that was
would not work.
obviously PlayStation.
I don't want to do it because it seems cheesy, but it seems like I would think it would be on there. Would be Grand Theft Auto 4.
No.
Really?
No.
A lot of people rate that one higher than 3.
No.
Huh. I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 12.
No.
And
Really?
that would be the ball game.
Yeah, you guys missed a couple really big
Yeah.
ones.
God of War?
Metal Gear Solid
God
Snake
of
Eater.
War.
Metal Gear Solid
Snake
3.
Eater. Okay. Well,
God of War.
God of War was number 4. Shadows of Colossus was number 2.
Oh god.
Resident Evil 4 was number.
I wasn't even.
I
on
still consider that a
fucking-
GameCube game.
Then it got questionable. Of course, it always does at the end. Prince of Persia was on there.
Sands of Time.
Yeah, I
Prince of
guess
Persia, okay.
whatever it was. Whatever that game was, Ico or Eco or
Oh,
ICO or
yeah.
whatever that
It was
was.
a good game.
Burnout Takedown was number 9 and Okami was number 10.
Here's the thing. First of all, I never consider. You have Okami. You have Eco. You have 3 different. Not indie, but Eco really was.
Those are kind of.
They're really highly rated by critics.
But I've never played them, and I knew what they were.
Yeah,
And
I know.
and
I was with Andrew. I was blank.
I coupled them with PlayStation for whatever reason.
Yeah, I was just thinking PlayStation 1 games for some reason, and I just couldn't get out of that mindset.
Yep.
All right, so my list:
Yeah.
the top 10 best-selling original Nintendo games.
We gotta fucking put on the thinking cap for this one. Ready? Flip the coin?
Yep, let's do it.
I'm calling it, right?
Yeah.
Sonic.
Ah, you're right. It's
Yes.
Sonic.
Fuck you, Tails.
Hey,
Cock.
Hey,
Hey.
calm down.
Slow down.
Hey.
All right,
It's for horses.
Super Mario Brothers, the original.
that is number 1
Duh.
with 40 million copies sold.
That was an easy one.
It was.
Legend of Zelda.
Actually, that is number 1, 2. They don't have numbers on there. I'm doing off this wiki here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Okay. I didn't think it'd be number 2, believe it or not, despite the love it is received.
6.5 million copies, by the way.
That's not as many as I thought. Super Mario 3.
That's number 2.
I almost said that too. I should have.
18 million copies.
Wow.
Successful game.
Those are the 3 games that we knew for a fact would be
would
on.
be on there. And after that, it's like, okay, now I gotta think about it. These all have to be like massive.
Massive
Like,
titles.
Leon Pereur is not gonna be on there.
What? What?
It's a Koei game.
No, I played it with you.
I know. He's yeah. Super Mario Bros. 2.
Number 3 with 10 million.
I almost did it somewhere else. I'm like, I want to go with
I
that.
was going to say it if you didn't.
I don't know.
I know this sounds weird, but it's a big selling game. I'll say Tetris.
Number 4.
Wow.
So you've got top 5.
Boom. How many copies?
Tetris, 8 million. 1.81 in Japan.
It's the number 1 selling game of all time.
I'll go with Adventures of the Link.
That was number 6.
Wow.
4.3.
How about
The bottom 4 are the toughest 4, that's for sure.
how about Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Nope.
Oh, I'm mad about that.
Metroid.
Number 10. 2.73.
Really?
Yep. So we have 8, 9, or no. 7, 8, 9.
Let's say Mega Man 3.
No.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Good game. Apparently, like a real one that's gonna come out of left field. I'm like, oh yeah, I did so a lot, but just it's tough. There's no way it's gonna be on there. Teen Ninja Turtles.
Number 7.
Holy
what the
shit.
fuck? Are you kidding me?
4 million copies.
Wow.
That just made it a lot closer game.
8, 9.
What is the score?
You have 10, 26, and I have 18, 19, 24. So you're still up, but if you X here, it'll be your last X.
But you still have to steal.
Yeah, but I have 3 X's.
But you only get one chance
Oh,
to
yeah,
steal.
that's true. I keep forgetting about that.
Because I have nothing else to say, I'll say Mega Man 2.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
For the chance to steal, the excitement
I don't
is...
think we've ever had a
We've
steal.
never had a steal. I have 5 to your 3. We have just 9, 8, 9, right?
8, 9.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm actually, nervous.
The suspense builds.
There's no way that one. I want to say that one, but I don't think it's going to be it.
Oh, I forgot about one. If it's there, I'm going to cry.
No, I can't. No way it can be it.
I thought there'd be a Mega Man game up there.
Oh, technically this will be Mega Man 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ninja Gaiden. No.
Is Double Dragon up there?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say Sight Bike.
Dragon Warrior 3 and 4. 8 and 9.
Oh, wow.
So they're counting Japan sell figures.
I would have never said that.
Well, because they sold ginormous in Japan.
Right.
I never knew this was a Japan included list.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned the Tetris. The
Yeah, I didn't even think,
1.81.
when you said that out loud, I was like, oh yeah, whatever. It just didn't click. Because they did not
I
sell
was kind of
all
because
that
I didn't want
well
to say
in
Japan
America.
is like. Because if I said this list is definitely Japan, then then
You're
it's
right.
then. And that's why
It's
I kind
gonna
of. That's
skew it
why
for sure.
That's why I tried to make mention of that in Tetris because I knew you get that before you would Dragon Warrior. So that
Were
was
Mega Mans up there at all?
no. After that, by the way, we had a golf was after Metroid. Dragon Warrior 2, baseball, but those were both Japan. Well, actually, those were all Japan there. Mahjong, Japan. Family Stadium, Japan. Then you get into Punch-Out, DuckTales, Ghosts and Goblins.
DuckTales, I forgot about that.
Ghosts
Ghosts and Goblins. That game was just shit fucking packing hard.
Got Dr. Mario,
Ugh.
because,
I would have never said Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
I would have said Mega Man.
Mega Man
before.
2 was at 1.51 million. I mean, if you
Wow.
remove Japanese sales, it's a little higher up there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Still, interesting.
Whew. Holy shit.
Well, that gives what? Jeremy the victory?
It does.
Does it? Yeah.
It does.
Congratulations, sir.
2 in a row, fuckers.
I know.
That's right.
Baller.
Step your game up.
I should. I think it was the first time ever that we actually had a chance to steal where the other person didn't have 2 strikes.
Right.
That's why I wasn't sure.
Right.
If I was gonna get
Oh,
3
yeah.
That's the only reason I thought I would get 3 stabs.
Yeah. Would you have guessed Dragon Warrior in any 3 of those?
No.
Okay.
I will be fair at that.
Anyway, I won last week, so
What game you got? What game did you play? So
there's a
much?
game that I played so much of, and I'm pretty sure we all played so much of 100% separately. Mega Man 3.
Oh.
Such a good fucking
Shitty
game.
that it wasn't on the top 10 list. I wish it was. I mean, top 10 best selling, obviously.
Yes.
It should have been.
Yes.
That game was
So
fucking amazing. Rush introduced.
Which is kind of a cool way they
Number
did
25,
that,
my
too.
best sidekick apparently too.
Yeah. Fuck Zero. Rush is the man. Or
Rush
the
is the man.
K9's
The dog.
best friend.
Canine's best friend?
Man's best canine friend or some shit like that.
Can you at least keep this all linear?
I'm going to try to keep it as linear as possible.
It was a great, great game.
Like, I remember that game. Like, that was one of my first games where, like, I'm going to fucking beat this game.
Yeah.
And I remember, we didn't have the internet back then, I remember figuring out which bosses were weak to the other bosses' weapons. So then when I go back next time, I knew, okay, I had to get Snake Man first because the next guy was, I think it was Top Man was weak to Snake Man.
I actually would always fight Top Man first because he's a pussy. The
Yeah,
level was
he's a big
really
pussy.
easy, and he was just a pile of shit. And
Well,
it's
Snake Man was easy too, you just had to jump.
Yeah.
But Top Man was, I think, weak to Snake Man.
Well, that's one thing to make all those Mega Man games difficult is that back then you didn't have a way to know who beat who. So you actually had to fucking trial and error, and you get to the wrong boss, and you're like, holy fuck, I'm going to have to shoot him 150 times.
Yeah.
Which is still cool. You could still do it. You know, it wasn't like you had to have the weakness item to kill him, but, you know, it was a pain in the
God,
ass.
I made it better.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh, God.
So was it Magnet Man in that one? I think
Magnet Man.
Magnet Man was that. Hard Man.
Gemini Man?
Gemini Man.
Man.
Spark Man.
Yeah.
Spark Man and Hard Man were really difficult in that game.
Was that Wood Man?
No, that was two.
That was 2.
With the leaf around it? With the trees around it?
That
Leaves
was
around
2.
it? Was it 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 was on the cover of issue 20 of Nintendo Power. I remember that was one of my first ones I got.
I just remember that was like my first
Big
game.
deal.
That was my first game that, like, not everybody around me had. So I felt like the cool guy. And I remember actually, that was like my first game where I wrote the notes down in the back of the book because I had to write those fucking codes with the
And they
color.
were the blue. They were like a grid. Like it was a 1, 2, 3 across one.
ABC,
And then ABC,
yeah.
and then you had 2 different colored dots. You had red and blue
Yeah,
dots.
so you had like A1 blue, B4 red, you know.
I don't think people today really understand how bad codes were back then. They think,
No.
oh, I just put a code in. No. Some games, I'm saying Mega Man, would have like 20 fucking
Punch
letters.
Out.
Oh my god. Like,
Yeah.
you're renting a game and the back would
God.
have a code and you're like, oh sweet, I'll try this.
Right.
And like you try it out and get to some level or
Right.
have some save game. It was really cool. Just the codes were terrible. And the fucking dots, like, just give me letters or numbers.
And that,
I know they're trying to be like with
Different.
graph and have like, you
Yeah.
know, technology and graphs and cool. But
well, because the bosses
Yeah.
were in a graph,
Yeah.
you know,
Sure.
if you know, count it.
And I don't remember nearly as frustrating as Mega Man 1.
It wasn't nearly as
or two,
frustrating as
yeah.
1 or 2.
I thought it was a lot, in that respect, kind of better.
Was 3 the first one with like the E-tanks?
I think so. Because
I
I
believe
had
so,
to,
yes.
Okay. Because you'd have to like refill your power for Rush, right?
Yeah, which was he was only there for a few seconds. Like Rush
But
was
you
really
get the springboard or you get
such a big
the
deal.
hoverboard.
Springboard, hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
I think there was something else too.
Was there?
I thought there was a
Oh,
third.
submarine.
Oh, 'cause you use it like twice.
Yeah,
The entire
there's
thing
a
was a
submarine,
pile
I
of
think.
shit, but yeah.
Yeah. But that game was just so fucking cool. Like, I remember Snake Man's board and like,
At the end, you had the long jump you had to make to the fucking ladder and climb. Yeah.
and there's like the big snake heads that were like, they had the wavy ground
Yeah.
and you were like bouncing up and down on them and they were knocking you up into bullets and shit. You had to shoot
Yeah.
the snake head to get
Oh,
it all
I
to
remember
stop.
that. Yeah.
I remember like the, I think it was Magnet Man. It had the invisible blocks that you had to like remember the patterns and jump up.
And then you would jump, there'd be the magnet thing flying above you, and it would pull you in the right
pull
direction.
you up and then drop you off in a fucking
fuck
pit. You're
spikes,
like,
yeah.
"Ugh." That was what.
Yeah, the death noise. At first, you're like, oh, it's kind of cool sound. And after
Yeah.
that, you realize it's just mocking you.
It's the most frustrating. Well, not the most frustrating.
It's up there though.
It's I mean, it's Zelda heartbeat level fucking frustrating.
When it happens, yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just like, fuck off. That
Yeah.
a
noise.
lot of
And then
times you die, it's for no purpose other than just the game.
And what was the air? What was the air level? Was there?
I think was that one of the after you beat the 8 guys, and then you
Wasn't there a guy with a fan in his chest?
that was Airman,
That's
and I
two,
think
right?
that was 2. That was 2 again.
Was it Airman?
Yeah.
I'm getting them mixed up. It's been fucking 2 decades.
Because 2
since I
didn't
played.
have as many people in it. I think it just had like
It was like 6 people or something like that.
No, it was one that had like 6 people.
Oh,
so I know
okay.
one of them had 6 and one of them like 8. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe it was 2 that had the win. I remember there's one where you had to jump to these platforms that were supported by clouds, and they were moving up and down, and it was the most frustrating hit detection I've ever seen in my entire life. But you could land on it with a fucking toe and land,
Yeah.
but it seems like you land on it with a full foot and you're like falling through. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the actual guys.
The
but-
roster?
Yeah.
I remember most of them.
Oh, do you now?
Well, we got Gemini, Spark, Snake, Top, Magnet,
hard.
because he had the hard fist. That's 6 right there. that
You're
we've got.
missing 2, though.
Oh, there's only 2 more?
You got Magnet, you got Hard, you got Top.
Yeah.
You said Spark, you said Snake, you said Gemini. You're
Yeah.
missing 2.
Gemini?
I feel like it's a fucking list right here.
Yeah, I know.
no shit.
It's actually one that I enjoy.
Yeah, no shit.
Who the fuck? I'm gonna kick
No
myself.
clown man to save you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking beat myself for not remembering these. Pharaoh Man?
No, that was
No.
4.
Oh,
That was 4.
Damn it.
That was later.
Shit, what are the last two? We should know this.
We should definitely know this.
I've put literally probably hundreds of hours in this game.
I actually, as soon as I see them, I remember both of them, but they're the ones.
Needleman? Oh, we already say Needleman?
No, that's Needleman. Needleman is
Needleman's
there.
one.
Needleman's
You-
one.
You got the
I
hoverboard.
remember Needleman.
Yeah.
You got the hoverboard from Hoverboard
Needle
Rush from him.
dick, needle dick, needle dick. But the other one is the one I just wasn't ringing a bell. Like all the other ones are like boom.
When you say it, I got
Shadow Man.
Oh.
Shadow Man. Oh, see the Ninja Stars.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he was Sparkman's weakness. I could be wrong.
Oh, God.
Or was it Gemini Man?
That was the... I can't believe we haven't talked about this one in depth yet, because that was one, like, I should have brought this up multiple times by now after winning and bringing up games.
The
This
whole
is
Mega
one-
Man library is so good, though.
But this is that game. This is that game
Yeah.
for me. That
Yeah.
one game that I just remember every single fucking thing in my brain. I can visualize it all.
Yeah.
And there's not many games that have done that for me.
Well, no, and I played more of the later versions too. I mean, I played a little bit of 2. I don't think I played much of 1 at all, but I played 3 and 4 quite a bit. But I even got into like some of the Mega Man X games, and those were still really good games. But
Yeah.
I still don't remember. Maybe I remember 3 most fondly, and it sticks in my memory the most. But Mega Man X actually I remember a lot of too. That was a good game.
3 is also the one that they introduced the slide.
Yes, it was.
Oh, I forgot they had the slide in there.
The dash slide
Yeah.
thingy.
And that became a bigger mechanic later on because
yeah.
on like X, you would actually like be able to wall jump up that way with the slide, and I mean, it was some really cool stuff you could do.
Yeah, I remember sliding. You'd slide under like a little thing, and you'd slide forever until it stopped. You remember what I'm talking about? That's pretty neat. You find like a secret or something.
Well, in a lot of ways, it epitomizes what we remember video gaming. The
Yeah.
face rolling, the bashing your head to try to figure out the boss,
Yeah.
the platforming, everything that we remember from video games as kids. In a lot of ways, Mega Man epitomizes, and I don't think a lot of people experience that.
And it was one of those things, you beat 3 bosses, you go on to your 4th, you're like, I'm going to try this guy. And you can't fucking beat that level. So what do? Say, fuck it, I'll try to come back to that later,
Yeah.
and I'll go to fight a different boss. And you could do that. And you get down to where there was 2 bosses left, and you'd be like, oh, I fucking hate these levels.
And something too that we always talk about integrating different types of games in games that are not usually there. It kind of had some RPG aspects, not real like a traditional RPG aspects, but being able to kill a foe, take their ability, and then have another menu to where you would equip their ability, and like you said, the E-tanks
And had
like
a mana bar, basically, with E-tanks.
I mean that's kind of you had a separate mana bar for your abilities, and you
Right.
had the health tanks too. I think they brought in
The big health ball.
Yeah. So I mean that was something that you didn't see. I mean I know Mario 3 kind of did it a little bit with being able to keep things between levels.
Well, you had power-ups and stuff up top.
But I mean I'm sure there was another game who integrated things like that in a platformer, but not in the same way and not to the
Ninja
same.
Gaiden always had a mana where you're using a mana
Upgrades,
term where you could have like a special ability. You choose out your special abilities and you can use it based on your power up.
But you build that one up over time, don't you?
No, you have to get power
Or
up.
was that Shinobi?
That was Shinobi.
Okay.
This one whenever you get like a power up on there, it gives you so many credits or everyone to classify it as.
Right,
Lots of
right.
games had done it. It wasn't, it's a platform that had been done, but it was a cool way to integrate. I agree.
Yeah, and it's stealing the weapon was the big thing for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like, fuck yeah, I got a new weapon. I'm never going to use it, but I got a new fucking weapon.
Yeah.
I'm only going to use it on that boss that I
Yeah,
find out is that
exactly.
weakness.
And
But
that was a really cool mechanic too. Just getting getting that new weapon from the boss. I mean,
Yeah.
not a lot of games. You killed him like, hey, I'm next level, but now you actually get to take a souvenir of your fucking destruction.
About all Mega Mans, why wouldn't the guns be more useful in the regular stage?
I
really
because you
never
don't want
were.
to waste them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
That's true.
You don't want to waste them. That is a drawback, I think.
Because I get this gun, I'm only going to use it at one very specific time rather than finding out like some guns I might like better for certain stages, or I might just like certain guns better in general.
Yeah,
Instead, you just use your regular gun and tell about the bosses.
In Mega Man, I don't remember. In Mega Man 2, did you change colors when you equipped the different weapons?
Mega Man 3, I think you did.
I know you did in 3, but did you in 2?
I don't know about 2.
Because that's another thing I remember is like, oh, fuck, I put on Snake Man, I'm green and white now,
Yeah,
or
it's kinda
whatever.
cool.
Yeah, that's really neat. But anyway, I didn't figure we'd have a lot to talk about that. I just want to make sure that if you haven't played fucking Mega Man 3, you got to go back and do it.
Yeah, I would say it's probably the one to play.
Yeah.
So I will always probably remember one the most.
Because it was just fucking
The one I played
mind-numbingly
the most,
awful.
probably.
Holy shit, that was a hard game.
It was the first. You
Yeah.
remember
Like
the first.
Cutman and
Yeah.
that's the only one I remember for sure. But maybe Bomb Man.
Cutman had the scissors on his fucking
Yeah.
head.
Scissor me timbers.
You remember, what are the other
Bomb Man.
bosses? Do you remember?
It's Cutman, Bomb Man.
Was there Bomb Man? I don't remember
Yeah.
Bomb Man.
Positive Bomb Man.
And actually, they had a Mega Man cartoon too that actually was used used those original bosses.
Huh.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was also one of those games where you remember the level bosses more than you do the final boss.
Yeah, Dr. Wily
Yeah.
was just a perfunctory. I
Yeah.
mean,
He was to build some big ass fucking thing, and you
Yeah.
had to kill it. But
And also, when you would beat the regular bosses, you'd have 4 more other boss stages that popped up. You remember that?
yeah,
And I don't even remember. I honestly, I can't even put that.
His laboratory / castle, it would pop. Yeah.
I can't remember like what they were, but you'd have 4 new levels that all spawned, and you had to beat those, and then you could fight him. It's a fucking really good game. That was like one of those. That was one of
like a childhood defining game.
My
yeah.
gaming defining moments was fucking Mega Man 3. But anyway, that's all I had to talk about. I got a good one for next week too already in the bag, bitches.
Fucking ball are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess it's gonna do it, right? You guys got anything to add? Nope. Fuck you then.
All right. Fuck this podcast. I'm out.
We'll see you guys next week on the Gamegasm podcast.
Deuces.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the Gamegasm podcast.